Me too. So that I can. There we go. Should be good to go. Just a tad, because I do apologize for the wait, because I had some things to take care of, but not a very good day, so yeah, it's not. There we go. Were you just in a... Were you in the middle of recording?
No, I'm not recording. I have to adjust my audio, because, like, the music sounds way louder than your voice.
Oh, it is. Oh. Well, let's first.
I'm not sure if it'll let me... Yeah, I can't save or anything, but... I'm thinking I might be near the end of the demo anyway. Maybe I'll just keep going, but I didn't want it to distract me from all the stuff we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I just started it because I was getting bored of waiting.
That's my fault, because that's... Just things happen, so that's on me. So, oh boy, and there's plenty of things to talk about from the weekend, though, too, and especially from yesterday, because I mean, since you are playing one of the games from that showcase, so did you watch all of it yesterday after evening, or no?
I watched most of all of the showcases because they had a surprising amount of games that piqued my interest.
Oh yeah, there were
probably a lot more than recent years.
Mm-hmm. Like, I kind of want to go like backwards a bit, so starting from yesterday, like.
You mean Xbox?
No, not yesterday. I'm talking like Capcom. Kind of want to talk about yesterday.
Oh, right, that was yesterday. So that would be Capcom and Ubisoft. We can start with Capcom if you want, because that one's not going to take very long. Their showcase was...
because we can both say it was not very good.
Let's just say it wasn't that good. It was all right. It wasn't boring because it was really short. Just they didn't have much to talk about.
There was nothing much to talk about because we already knew what was going on with, say, Exoprimal, for example. That was one of their biggest talking points during that one. And then they talked about more about Dragon's Dogma, which...
But they didn't do a great job about talking about Dragon's Dogma, because all the footage was just from the trailer. I learned some more things about it, but... which apparently were things also in the first game. You've got your own kind of AI-controlled party inspired. I heard. But yeah, besides that, we didn't get any new gameplay or...
I
I still
heard.
don't really understand the game mechanics.
I mean, I heard you could probably get this. I don't know if it's on sale right now. Like, I know it's on sale for Switch, but you could probably get maybe like what, $5 maybe? $5 or $10? It was pretty cheap for what I understood.
Well, I don't think I'll have to play the first game to play the second.
Oh no. Oh no. Because what I heard, like all the magic, like if you were like a wizard or a sorcerer or a witch in that game, you could do crazy magic. Like, and I mean, they would blow your mind. Kind of crazy with magic, for what I have understood. So if you're like a magic wielder, you'd have like a really big ace up your sleeve for that. But I mean, I only got two things from that showcase, and I would say one of them definitely kind of caught us off guard because we talked about it not too long ago.
Yeah, that one got me hyped. More Ace Attorney.
Yep, I was pleasantly surprised with more Ace Attorney because I had the feeling since we had the 3DS shut down and since people want to play more of the Ace Attorney games, there had to be a good reason why Capcom had to port 6, 5, and 6, which, by the way, Apollo's not really the main character in both of those games.
Yeah, they kind of stretched that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a stretch. It's like he's in there, but
okay. They're like crap. We don't know what to call these three games together.
It's like, here, we'll call it the Apollo Justice Trilogy. That's fine with us. Now, I think the other one, and this is the other one I picked up, and I kind of feel like a sour taste in my mouth because they delayed this, was Pragmata.
Oh, thank goodness. I got to the end of the demo. I was like, oh, come on, hurry up, hurry up. This is like one of the only times I ever wanted the demo to end.
Hmm.
Wait. Oh, wait, that wasn't the end. That was just chapter 1. Okay. But I saved it. I can quit. Thank goodness. Oh, okay. Pragmata. Yeah, it obviously got delayed, but I'm glad that we actually got an update, and this was more than just a simple frowny face, which it looked like we were going to get a second time. You could kind of get an idea of what kind of game they wanted to make.
Yeah, because they actually did show some gameplay for once that we actually needed to see.
And it looks really interesting. It has a really cool art style, and I think it's going to have some nice gameplay mechanics. And even, like, you can hear some of the music.
And we actually get to hear voice acting, too. We actually hear it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm actually kind of surprised that we actually got to see something from Prag, maybe.
Hopefully next year, or they can give us a release date.
Probably like late 2024 or 2025, more than likely.
Yeah, I mean, at least with the gameplay snippets, you can tell they're starting to make some headway on it.
At least for right now. That's what. And I'll kind of backtrack towards like today's announcements. Like the one I actually showed you. I was kind of surprised that we were actually finally getting Phasmophobia on consoles today.
I kind of thought that was always going to be locked on PC. It's like maybe we can find a way to do that together. That could be really cool.
Oh yeah, because like a lot of people actually like the game, so I'm not. And I was actually waiting to hear if there was gonna ever be like a console port for it. So I'm actually kind of glad they actually said it's gonna be cross-platform too. So, and then, oh, did they had no? I think the only other thing yesterday, and I was kind of surprised by this because I was kind of hoping Prince of Persia would get a crossover event, but they didn't, was Brawlhalla. But instead it was Halo? They have a crossover with Brawlhalla? I know you're not caring for Brawlhalla. I was just kind of surprised when they said, "Oh, Master Chief and Arbiter are gonna come to freaking Brawlhalla as playable characters." What?
Yeah, I might have just uh,
Oh,
fast
overlook.
forwarded through that because I didn't even know anything about that.
I mean, let's see, because the main meat and potatoes here is pretty much the Xbox showcase, and
Wait. There's still some I want to talk about with Ubisoft, which is
uh-oh. Is it just because...
surprising for someone like me.
Is it the Star Wars, like, Outlaws that you were gonna talk about?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Because that actually kind of caught my eye when they announced that. I was kind of interested.
Because they did some things quite a bit better than their previous showcases, because it seems like they had some games with some actual creativity this time.
Well, I can I can say this. I can trash Skull and Bones still. I'm like, are you guys kidding me? You still have that game up for grabs. Or, not up for grabs, but up in development, and you're giving a closed beta for it. Like, are you guys kidding me? You should either cancel the game, or you just leave it alone. One or the other. I was not fond of... Like, how many times have we seen Skull and Bones being canceled?
Oh, there it is. All the Ubisoft stuff is all hidden from me. After these ads. Yay. Okay, clearly the first one was the Avatar game.
Oh, yeah. That kind of surprised me a bit. But I'm like...
A lot of people were kind of losing their minds with that I'm sure they're actually Avatar fans. I still have not seen either of the two movies. I will say their story setup is kind of compelling. Kind of like these human people have come to like wreck their ecosystem and enslave them.
Well, the way I understand it was that, and this is me from remembering some of this, was that Earth is actually dying.
Oh, and they're trying to like steal their resources or something, or enslave their planet.
Well, they're trying to colonize on their planet. That's what's going on, and they are not fond of that. Like the natives of that, like nope. And some way or another, humans actually found a way to disguise themselves to be the natives. And one of them actually becomes one of the Davids by the end of the first movie. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I think I knew that much. So a lot of people have been saying that the graphics or like just the environments look really, really good in the
Oh,
Avatar game. I'm a bit more skeptical. I think some of the faces don't look that impressive. There's
yeah.
definitely some nice environments, but to me, this looks like an Avatar themed Far Cry.
I don't know. And this is one thing I'm just like, "Ugh."
That's not necessarily a bad thing, but there's definitely some parts in the gameplay that look like the usual Ubisoft uninspired. Like the UI
Yeah.
looks pretty ugly.
Would they have
But
ever
I think
fixed?
it has yeah, I think it has good potential though.
But
It's definitely one of their more creative games Ubisoft has
oh
done in a
yeah, I'll
long
agree with
time.
that because like when I looked at it, it looked like it had a lot of potential to have people interested. But it's only for those who are big Avatar fans, though. For like like if you would reach out to me and say, "Hey, play this," I'm like, "What is this? What is Avatar?" I'm like,
What is Avatar? The fucking movies made like $5 billion.
oh, I know, and yet I'm like,
Then again, you can say a lot of that is on China. Yeah, but still, um, uh, I'm kind of done with Avatar. If
yeah, that's
anything you
fine.
wanted to add, I'll speak briefly on Prince of Persia. I was definitely too harsh with it on
The
I think it was
first,
Xbox.
yeah, no, it was actually day one. Day one, like at the actual Game Fest presentation. Because
Oh yeah. That was at Game Fest. Anyway, well, I can say that trailer they did at Game Fest was probably not very good. The gameplay we saw was much better. Now you can still say that I mean, it's kind of like them going back to their roots. I mean, Prince of Persia used to be
exactly,
like a 2D side scroller, but it kind of makes me think of like the not the rabbits, the other one, Rayman.
Rayman.
Yeah, makes me think of Rayman.
I've actually played the original Prince of Persia before, so I mean, I get what they're trying to do. I would have, to me, to be honest, I would have liked something like the Prince of or Sands of Time or something like that. That be like an action adventure than a platformer. To be honest, like,
Well, it's always had platforming.
oh
Of
yeah,
just
I
that
get
much.
that, but I feel like they should have at least. But how can I say this? I would like to have more action, like adventure, than the actual platforming. Because a lot of people said it's inspired by Dead Cells. It clearly looks like it. Like,
I need to get into Dead Cells. Game sounds fun.
because it is brutal. If
Yeah,
you
I heard Dead Cells is pretty hard.
so, I probably wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So who knows? But
Man, after that, it kind of goes downhill for a while.
what,
Yeah, Ubisoft still does some of its old tricks,
like the crew,
annoying
the division.
presentations. Yeah, the fucking Division mobile game. They do like 2 or 3 mobile games, and that's where I'm like, ah, Ubisoft can't stop being Ubisoft. Skull
Mm-hmm.
and Bones, man, it
And
really is bad for a little while here.
I mean,
The racing game, I'm not
the
really talking
crew,
about
which I could care less.
I don't care about that.
That's kind of one of the. And then I think pretty closely we get to see
Oh, Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed.
Creed. That's actually kind of. There's some interesting things to talk about there. Like, I saw one mechanic that was very different from previous Assassin's Creed games.
The kind of like seek and destroy. Kind of reminds me of like the fear multi takedowns in Arkham Knight.
That's what I noticed too. I'm like, what in the world is that?
That's pretty good. I think they got a really good framework for the gameplay of like a classic Assassin's Creed game.
And that's what I'm hoping.
I remember that armor.
That's good. 500 arrows in this guy's face to kill him if you're one level below his. That's really annoying. But
Mm-hmm.
I still think they can pull the same like 500 different bases or like the boring open world part of Ubisoft's design. Though I don't know, there can definitely be some reason to be very optimistic with that game.
I think to me it reminds me, and I don't know if this is clearly what they inspired to do. Was like if it was like if it was supposed to be like a remake of Assassin's Creed 1. Like they're trying to go back to the roots of the original Assassin's Creed games. Like especially 2 with the parkour and semi open world where you're supposed to have stealth.
Yeah, when you see him like walking on those planks and then swinging from that thing that makes you turn a corner, I was like, man, that was like really old Assassin's Creed. I haven't seen that in a while.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm hoping to see, like, because, and I looked at the pre-order too. It's only $50 for just a normal edition. For just a brand new game coming out. I'm like, huh?
50? Must be a smaller experience.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, but the deluxe edition, now get this, because you have the you have the, if I remember this correctly, the deluxe edition has like Prince of Persia inspired armor plus a DLC the based on the 40 days and 40 nights, or the 40 thieves, excuse me. The 40 thieves. Tale back then. So, and I think that's about 70 or $80.
Sounds about right.
So
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Ubisoft releases their games for 70 now. There was some other publisher that was like that hadn't released a game in a while, and I realized they released theirs at 70. I can't remember what it was. Sega hasn't done it yet, but I know they're about to.
oh yeah, well, sooner or later, yeah, because
They've already talked about it.
And we still haven't had any word of what's going on with the Yakuza or Like a Dragon series either.
We'll get to. Well, I mean, there's going to be an RGG thing. What day is today? 13th. On the 15th.
So, what is it, later?
But we'll get to Sega, Atlas, Yakuza later. Let's focus on the main showcases first. I'm not going to talk about Sega or Atlas and the Xbox One. I think I'll just keep that separate. Because once I start getting into that, we're going to be talking about that for a while.
Oh yeah, cause
Okay. Yeah, you're right. The Star Wars game definitely did catch my eye. Um, Now I was watching it on someone else's stream, and they were talking about how good the graphics and the cutscenes look. I was like, really? And then I saw someone on Twitter say you need to watch it on the 4K stream. It looks much better, and they're right. It does look much better. This is one of the most visually impressive games Ubisoft has done in a long time,
and
and
I
I'm
was kind of
kind of digging
surprised.
it.
I was kind of surprised that they would actually have the license again, because to do
Yeah,
it.
aren't you glad EA lost the license?
That's actually a good thing too, because I'm just like, wow, okay. That was kind of quick to have EA not having their shit.
No, there are some things I can critique about it, very Ubisoft things. Um, the blaster combat doesn't feel very impactful. Um, like the way when you're wanted, you got that giant warning thing. Like that's
Oh.
just way too much. That's a very Ubisoft thing to do. Like they don't know subtlety very well. It's
No,
like,
they don't.
are you aware that you're wanted? No.
It's like, no,
Put
we
a
don't
big
care.
flashing sign.
It's like, we don't care.
I was gonna critique the way the animal pathing is, but I was like, nah, that's actually probably fine. That's probably more helpful than anything. But I like the character. I think she looks like she has a nice personality. I like that there's multiple ways that you can deal with the situation.
Oh, yeah. Like, though, there has been a gripe, and I've seen this gripe before, was that they said that, or some people have said, like, have we had enough main female leads lately?
No, not really, because we've had so many male ones. It's actually refreshing when we get totally female ones. I do not feel that way at all.
I've had someone said that. I'm like, it could be 50-50.
When you give me a female lead with a good personality and story, I am all for that. Because I do agree when some people complain that we have too many like overly macho protagonists sometimes.
What do we haven't had?
That's what I'm saying. We've had very masculine protagonists for so long that I welcome a change.
Yeah. And that's fine.
It's much better than it has been in a long time. But like in the PS3 days, oh my god, there's nothing but macho protagonists.
Let's see.
But I am looking forward to seeing more in the Star Wars game.
Like, I actually want to know, like, whether are they gonna be consistent for what EA has established? Because you have to remember, and I remember this. They said everything from the new trilogy onward was gonna be considered canon. So, how is this gonna fit into the Star Wars canon? Because we know that, like, Cal and, like, everything from, like, the Jedi series has been considered canon. From Lucasfilms. How is this going to connect to the main the main timeline? Other than it's kind of during the Civil War. Like, do we have somebody important gonna show up? like Han or somebody or Boba Fett gonna show up in the game. That'll connect to the timeline. That's my kind of question.
I don't know how to answer that.
Like I'm interested to see how it would connect. So, like, and I'm down for it. So that might be something.
There was another criticism I have about Ubisoft Showcase, especially in the middle. There was a lot of CGI trailers. I think at this point, I mean, I kind of get it if your game is very early in development, but we need to be past the point of CGI trailers, because you know that they're not going to represent the final game whatsoever.
Oh yeah, no, they're not. That I'll agree with, because like I will say this, like for most of the Xbox, quit giving me CGI or at least trailers that don't have an official release date.
Oh yeah, we've been getting a lot of 2024s.
And that's the
No,
biggest...
you're not going to have a release date for 2024. That makes sense.
Oh, no. But that's kind of one of the biggest criticisms I've seen throughout this whole Summer Game Fest. It's like 2024, 2024, 2024. It's like... Where is there something to show for this year?
We got quite a bit this year still.
I mean, still... But
September and October are
nuts.
Super packed.
Oh, no kidding.
I actually don't even know what the hell's coming out in November.
Actually, you kind of do. You have that Like a Dragon Gaiden coming in November.
Oh, but it's still a smaller game. Oh, by the way, Like a Dragon Ishin is down to $25 on GameFly. I'm thinking of getting it. That's a pretty damn good price. It's either that or getting Dead Space Remake, and that's only $28. Aren't those great prices?
No kidding.
You just wait a few months, and GameFly hooks you up, man. And I've never gotten a disc from GameFly that hasn't worked, even though they're used. This is not a sponsored stream, by the way.
It's like, I was going to say, sorry, folks, we are not sponsored by GameFly whatsoever, if you're thinking of that.
I don't even have a membership.
I know, neither do I.
I just do the sales.
It's like here, just stream is sponsored by GameFly. Get your games on sale.
No, our channels aren't big enough to be sponsored
I know.
by GameFly.
Oh shit!
I'd actually like to see paid sponsor GameFly. I think that's better than a lot of the other paid sponsors that you see in the middle of videos.
No kidding. No kidding. Let's see.
Okay, Xbox.
Okay, let's talk about kind of the big two that we finally get some updates with, finally.
Oh, you don't want to go down the line? I
can go down the line with, like, Fable. We finally get a actual trailer with a bit of gameplay for once.
Was that little bit gameplay?
There was some
there. Like when the smaller woman's like being chased
by the giant.
It did look like the entire thing was
CGI.
I don't know. It looks like it's all in engine, so I can't call it a CGI thing. but it doesn't mean it's representative of the final gameplay.
Oh no.
It's hard for me to tell if that's gameplay or not. Though I gotta say, it's an interesting trailer, and I've seen some screenshots on Twitter. That makes it more gives you a better idea of the game.
Alright. Like, I'm actually kind of happy that we're seeing something with Fable, at least, because that's one of the games that we've been waiting to hear for a while now. They have, like, some kind of an update.
Oh, well, yeah, you are now that you have an Xbox, right?
No kidding. Because...
the original Fable trilogy, I think.
Yeah, I do have
the. It feels completely detached from this new Fable. I think it's a completely different.
Oh yeah.
Kind of idea of what Fable
kind of like
is.
either a soft reboot or a reboot of itself. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the original was plagued by Peter Molyneux, this French guy who's a massive liar.
I could care less for that shit.
I mean, he was kind of like a French Todd Howard.
Oh, good lord. Nope. No,
we'll get to that later.
Yeah!
But creatively, I think Fable has some promise, and that was really good of Xbox to show some of Fable, because everyone was, like, thinking it completely fell off the face of the planet.
Oh, no kidding. I'm trying to think, what was after...
After Fable was a completely, like, CGI trailer, South of Midnight. That really tells me absolutely nothing.
Exactly. I tuned out for that one. I'm like, do I really want to talk about that? No, because I don't have a lot of. Neither of us.
We don't have any information. I think that's Star Wars next. I actually didn't even pay attention to the Star Wars Outlaws on the Xbox One, so it was actually completely new for me when I saw it on the Ubisoft one.
Yeah, because I actually had some. There was some good stuff on.
Okay, the next big one is Avowed. Another one that they needed to show that it hasn't disappeared off the face of the planet.
I will have a criticism on that one. It looked like it did not look very well.
Yeah, it didn't look that great. I've heard some people say that Obsidian has never been known for graphics. They're more for gameplay and, like, choice. Which is fair. I mean, it could be like a smaller type of RPG, maybe only like 20 hours or something.
Like, it reminded me a lot like Skyrim. A lot of Skyrim similarities.
I mean, their original trailer completely looked like Skyrim, so that's no surprise.
I'm just like... I would be interested, but at the exact same time, your graphics tell me a different story here. Because it almost looked like a PS3 game, almost. Like,
I do agree with that.
Like, you had me at first as just like... Obsidian, why? All this time that you took with this project...
They've been working on multiple projects.
Well, I can understand that, but, like... Even Outer Worlds looked better than that.
But, yeah, it doesn't look that good. Now, I'm definitely a believer that even if your game doesn't look very good, if you can have a compelling gameplay experience, it can really find a nice audience. Like,
oh yeah.
So it could be one of those type of games. I'm not really sure what to think.
That's like if we had more info about it, the more the merrier. Like, especially if it could be like online, which I doubt it is at this point. It'd be nice to know if there would have been like some kind of like beta test or something like that, but at this point, no.
I didn't know they had Monkey Island on there too.
Okay, that's a thing that made sense for what they did. Because when I saw that for Sea of Thieves, it was a collaboration with Lucasfilms. And the only thing I'm thinking, like, is this Monkey Island? Like, that's the only thing that would make sense.
That was another one I just skipped right past.
I'm like, it didn't really intrigue me much because I'm not really big with Sea of Thieves, so... Like...
Oh, was it a crossover?
It was a crossover.
Oh, okay, that's why I skipped over it. Okay, here's one of my biggest criticisms with Xbox. Crap, what's it? Hellblade 2.
You changed
It
the
didn't
title.
really show us anything.
You showed like a trailer, like either a story trailer or a cutscene or something, but no combat? Really?
Yeah, there's no gameplay, and I don't... Did it even do the 2024 thing?
I think it did.
Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. So, clearly development on that one's not going well, because we've gotten multiple trailers of that. It's like going over the last few years. Or they might not even have done one last year.
No, they didn't.
It felt like they had a really good trailer like 2 or 3 years ago, and then they just went completely radio silent.
And that's the big one that I'm like... I'd be interested, but you still haven't shown any gameplay.
Or like it. Even what they shown, it's completely like, I don't know, metaphorical. Like you can't even tell what the hell's going on, or what it's supposed to mean. Anything. I know it's a very mental type of series, or at least the first one kind of was. I don't know if they went in somewhat of a different direction for the sequel, but yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
I know. I'm just like...
Oh, wait, I can't talk about that one. That's Sega.
I can probably tell what that reaction was like. Persona 3 Reload.
No, it's
or what?
The Ichiban sequel.
Oh, that was funny.
That was very funny.
Well, they said that was like... I don't understand if that's actually... They're saying that's actually going to be Like a Dragon 8. I'm like, what? No. No. Because we have Kiryu involved. That's all Ichiban.
Well, because in Japan it's called Like a Dragon 7, and it's Yakuza Like a Dragon. You know, because they're...
Yeah.
Well, even the one we're getting, it's not exactly called Like a Dragon 8, even though that's what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, we can't keep confusing
I know.
everyone. We can't call it Like a Dragon 8. It's like Yakuza 6, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Like a Dragon 8. Everyone would be like, wait, what? Yeah. Interesting title. Okay, more Fallout 76. By the way, we know about the rough development cycle with Fallout 76. And I know
Yeah,
they've been putting a lot of work in to improve it. I don't really care very much. But Todd
it's
Howard pretty much shot down Fallout 76,
for him.
so Starfield could, rise up, explode, whatever you want to
No,
call it.
uh, uh, hold on.
Fuck.
Hold on,
What, your
just
stream go down?
no, something else. Like, need to figure out what's going on here.
Oh. Damn.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's see what was going on. Like, okay, so we talked about Like Dragon, we talked about Fallout 76, which honestly I care less with Fallout 76 anymore.
I stopped caring a long time ago, but
I know.
it's an MMO. It's never gonna be my thing. Capcom's new Japanese
Path of the Goddess. That was a strange
yeah.
one to announce. I'm like, what? Are we getting like Monster Hunter or uh, Onimusha vibes or something like that? I'm like,
The
what
art
is it?
style kind of looks
Monster
Monster
Hunter.
Hunter, doesn't it? Like even like the character models kind of look Monster Hunter.
But the gameplay that showed does not resemble Monster Hunter whatsoever. I can guarantee you that they try to take a spin on Onimusha, which is kind of like another hack and slash game, but it's based on, I want to say, feudal Japan, like 1500s Japan, I think. It was a series a long time ago. It was one of their older IPs, so I'm wondering if they got inspiration for that for the gameplay, and not Devil May Cry vibes. So
It seems like an interesting new IP.
yeah, if we had a little bit more information, like what's going on, like because the way I heard it from the Capcom showcase, they said it was like Japanese traditional mythology.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, you gotta be interested, but what's the story here, or what's the real setting here, Van? A dance. That's just me. So what does that tell you? What like I'm trying to look here because we had Payday Free, which I hope it would be better. though too, because that's over another thing from the Xbox showcase that they showed. Um, I mean, compared to like,
Yeah, I skipped over that one. I got to this one and I was like, wait, what is this? Oh, it's the Elder Scrolls Online expansion. Uh,
yeah,
I skipped past Forza because I just didn't care.
yeah,
um,
especially when
th-
they try to say, "Here, we got a limited edition Forza Xbox edition for you for grabs." I'm
you
like,
mean a game or did they put a car on stage again?
they didn't do neither. They neither. They showed. I specifically remember this. They showed like a whole new design, like limited edition Forza Xbox Series X.
Oh yeah, Xbox likes to do that.
I'm like,
Do a lot
nope.
more with their controllers. Overwatch, no one cares.
Especially, I'll tell this little detail because this is probably not gonna make me do this. They priced the story missions.
I heard about that and people are pissed.
I'm like, are you kidding me, Blizzard?
Activision Blizzard is the greediest company on the planet now.
And you would think Bungie had a problem. No.
Yeah. I remember when EA was the worst? They don't even seem that bad anymore. I mean, they still suck with their sports titles, but man,
and yet,
Activision Blizzard is just on another level.
and yet, Microsoft is going to purchase them? This kind of worries me.
We should get back to that. Well, you know, I might as well just say it while we're on the subject. The FTC
Try to block it.
has temporarily restrained them from buying Activision Blizzard. They have to do a preliminary injunction and a hearing starting on June 22nd. So there's another wrench in their plans. I'm starting to think they're not going to get it. Though I
It,
can say, with how this showcase was for them, they
yeah,
don't really look like they need Activision Blizzard anymore.
no, no, because I'm thinking like with Diablo 4 and you have all this Overwatch 2 news that it keeps popping in my feed. I'm like, they don't need it. Like, they know what Diablo's selling well. They know they can make money off of Overwatch 2 because of what they just did. So, they're fine without.
I'm pretty curious what their business strategy would be if they did get it. Would they
Not that.
would they continue the outrageous microtransactions? Do they mostly just want it for Call of Duty Diablo in their mobile division, which mobile rakes in more than console every time. All those people in Asia with their phones.
I
Like,
just don't.
what is their plan? Like, Microsoft has gotten in trouble for doing microtransactions before. I mean, we kind of saw it with Halo, which, by the way, Halo being a no-show, I really think they're just going to throw away 343 and maybe Halo for a while.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm thinking too. Because of like after the mishandle mess of Infinite. Yeah.
That should have been a slam dunk, even though,
Uh,
like, long live service games are never easy, but it's pulling crap like that makes people run away much faster.
I know. It's just. I just don't know what to say with that, because just we're not even seeing anything. Like, the only thing that I remember, like, the top three IPs from Microsoft back in the day would have been either Halo, Gears, or Forza. And now we're just mostly seeing Forza. Like, year after year, year after year, Forza games. And
It's not every year.
I know it's not every year, but still, back then, we would mostly, if we were ever hearing something from Xbox, it's just like, it's just mostly either Halo, Gears, or Forza content, and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay, should we talk about Phantom Liberty, or should we save it for later? Because that could also be a long one.
I'm actually kind of happy that we're finally getting a release date, other than what Anthony was trying to say. Is like, oh, we're gonna get it on 4th of July. Like, that's way too soon. That would be.
Have you seen details of how massive it is?
Oh, I've heard it's like gonna be crazy for like over 70 gigs. What I heard on the PC side.
Well, here's the thing. It's more than just an expansion. It's Cyberpunk 2.0. They're completely overhauling the game.
And
so that's why I'm wondering, is that 70 gigabytes just the expansion, or is that like the included, like, let's say Cyberpunk 2.0 patch?
I thought they were going to go ahead and do that before Phantom Liberty, though. That's what I was curious about, because they said, or Anthony has said, that they've leaked that they're having patches before Phantom Liberty. So I'm wondering if that's not the case.
You might be right. I'm not sure. That's really going to make the game really big.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Like, they said you might as well have an SSD drive at this point.
I agree. Oh my god. When I forgot to delete my Lies of P recordings, and I also did the recordings for Final Fantasy, and I had to like cut one and paste another together, so I had some extra footage. I looked at my storage, I was like, oh crap, I have too many of those recorded. How much space do I have? I had 5 gigabytes left. I was like, oh shit, I better delete some. They were taking up like over 100 gigabytes. So yeah, I think with the Phantom Liberty thing, Cyberpunk could balloon up to like nearly 200 gigabytes.
Oh, no kidding. I'm just like...
Anyway, you want me to tell you some of the stuff that they've overhauled?
I think they said like they said that they're gonna have the vehicular combat finally.
Yep.
I'm like, that was a big missed opportunity on that one. The original, so I remember hearing about that, and they said you have a new romance added to the game. Apparently.
Yeah, I think that's going to be in the DLC. It's a lot though. Let's see. Improved AI. Your armor is not locked to your clothing now.
Thank you.
Police system. A good one.
Which
includes when you get 5 stars, Max Tack will hunt you down, like in the anime. Did I already say improved AI?
Yes.
Well, for the enemies. Overhauled perk system that gives you new stuff to play with. Vehicles are not locked to fixtures now. What else? There's a lot. They said it's like a completely new game. developers were saying this is the game that they wanted to launch with. Flying vehicles, I saw that.
Hey, about time.
New guns. I'm missing some stuff. It was a big list. And it made me really excited too, because I was like, with these updates, I might finally get the cyberpunk game that I wanted. Cyberpunk is like the genre. Because I love the genre of cyberpunk. It's just like the gameplay was not quite doing it for me, especially the enemy AI.
Well, I'm kind of like, well, I'm gonna have to clear some big games then, or that, or I'm gonna have to get a big SSD.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive time sink. I might have to restart the game again. Oh my god. And yeah, the fact that it is 70 gigabytes, I mean, part of it you can say is that Cyberpunk it takes a lot of data. So it might not be twice the size of Blood and Wine, because Blood and Wine was 35 gigabytes.
And he wasn't wrong. They said it was going to be their big expansion yet, so this could lead to more opportunities here, too. Like a completely new area, too. If I'm not mistaken, too. So, this could be a really good sign for redemption for CD Projekt Red. This could be a really good redemption.
Completing the No Man's Sky type of comeback. It really feels like they're going to pull it off. I mean, a lot of people were happy with the game after the Edge Runners, and the game was a lot better after Edge Runners.
And that was actually needed, like. And I think I also heard you could actually have, what was it? Cyber Psychosis finally, though, too.
Yes, that's what I wanted to mention. If you keep chroming yourself up, you can have debuffs on you. So you have to choose what kind of cyberware you want to have implemented.
Which was actually a thing that was missing in the original game compared to, like, what we saw in the anime, because I'm like...
Yeah, that's an awesome part of the anime.
Because we needed that.
That and Max Tax. Max Tax or Max Tax? I don't remember. I think it's Tax. Like, those two parts were, like, really interesting parts of the anime with the lore and everything, and to see that it's going to be actually realized in the game, that's exciting. I've heard very good things about the DLC too from what people have played. Like, that might be my game in September.
Oh yeah. Well, I need to figure out what I'm going to be playing in the next couple of weeks, because, like, I got Final Fantasy next week. I'm like, oh crap, that's gonna be a big one.
I know, right? And I guess I'll get to that later too, like after all the other stuff. I can talk about my demos. Okay, last part of the show that's not the Starfield showcase. What was the name of it again?
Metaphor?
Something. Clockwork Revolution. I gotta say, that game looked really freaking cool.
Oh yeah, I was a kind of tuned up for that, but at the exact same time, I'm like, okay, well, you gotta have your big. It felt really short, and I feel like there's some games that missed their opportunity here that we haven't heard for a while. Too. Like, there's two games in mind that I'm thinking of. And I don't remember if they were. I know this one. This one's a very big missed opportunity. Was the Indiana Jones product?
I have a feeling that one just got canceled. I mean, even when we did hear about it, all we got was like a screenshot of it. We never, or was it a short clip?
It was a
Like
short clip.
it was mostly just Indy's iconic stuff on a table.
I'm like, where
Oh,
is
you
it?
gotta watch the Clockwork trailer, man. This thing looks awesome.
I
It
felt
really gives
I
me,
remember most of it because it reminded me of like BioShock.
BioShock Infinite. It gives me serious BioShock Infinite vibes.
Because that's what I was thinking. Like, wait, is this a new BioShock game?
Honestly, of all the games, minus Starfield, for me to be jealous on Xbox, that is the game for me. Really creative visual style. Coming in due time. Yeah.
But we could probably
could
talk
see
about the
some
big elephant
stuff.
in the room here, which is that we haven't touched about with Starfield, and I have to say that's probably game of the year.
That is really crazy to say in the same year as Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't think anything could touch Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not even sure if this will. Yeah, I mostly have positive things to say about it. I definitely had some nitpicks. Pretty much any time Todd Howard opens his mouth, I'm thinking that he's lying. Especially when he's like, "You see that moon over there? It's orbiting this planet, and you can go to it right now." I'm like, "Yeah, I think you're fucking lying, man." That sounds like
But
the Infinite
here's the
Quest
crazy thing.
with,
Like, I remember, like, you have total freedom of that game. Like, you can follow the main story, or you could completely ditch the story and do your own path. Like, you could go to, like, space piracy in that game alone. Like, it's crazy to
a
see.
lot of it is crazy. It feels like one of those too good to be true things, but the thing is, everything they're showing you looks in engine, and you see actual gameplay with like UI and everything. It's like, how can I be critical about this when it looks so genuine?
This has been, like, since what? Fallout 76? Or at least, like, the last main Bethesda game?
Horrible. Stop them before they do something.
That is nuts.
There's some character models.
People are saying, like, the pearly eyes. I saw a lot of comments on those. I'm like,
That's always just Bethesda. But I'm surprised, like, how good a lot of the landscape and environmental design looks. Like, there's a lot of really cool ideas.
oh, no kidding. Like, even the space ship design.
I can't believe they just let you just make it look like whatever the hell you want. You want to make it into a transformer? Yeah, go
You
for
might
it.
as well.
I'm like, really? I can't believe that. Those things
Like-
are always restrictive, like, oh, you gotta have this much for your engines or cargo or whatever. Oh, you can't make it too heavy, or you can only have so much crew, or I don't know. Like, just about every other game.
But the total freedom of that game, it's just nuts.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a dream type of game. Like, why wouldn't you want to mess around with that? Like, even if this isn't necessarily your type of game, like with me, like, I see that perk system and I'm like, go into another anxiety attack. Like, oh god, what do I pick. I don't know what's going to be good later in the game. I don't know if I want the lockpick skill or not. I don't know if I want to move around. Yeah, that's what I like with Fallout 4.
I can tell you. I think this may be one game I may be picking up for the Series X. Like, could you blame me?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you if you pay the full $70 for it either, even if you can play it on Game Pass.
Like, I was even surprised with the limited editions that they offered you with. That's even more crazy.
Oh, that price tag was crazy.
Oh yeah, the price, yeah, crazy. But with the smartwatch that would actually be usable in game, what? You're not telling me that's not really useful? How could you not? Like, I'm not paying that, because I'd be murdered if I did. And having people questioning me. It's like, why did you pay $200 for this? It's like, I wanted a smartwatch.
300.
Or 300, it's like...
Yeah, that's where I was really taken aback. I was like, 300? That's just a watch. And some other goodies, but the main thing is a watch. It's a cool watch, but it's just a watch. 300, like, God, I think you're pushing it at 200. I really can't figure out how they make some of the, like, some of the graphics, like, minus the character models look so good, because I'm like, aren't they still using the creation engine? I never heard of them going to a different engine. Like, I thought that thing was, like, completely a bug mess. Like, I mean, the game could still be a very buggy mess.
I can't say anything.
Even though Bethesda has been saying this is going to be the most polished game we've ever made. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. The reviews are going to be very interesting for the game. It could be like 9s and 10s, or it could be like a really messy launch, or like there's going to be some things that are going to be very divisive.
Oh, no kidding.
The things they're promising with the game, like I said, it's hard for me to be skeptical when I see so much gameplay and explanation. It's a very, very good direct.
Yeah,
but
showcase.
It seems too good to be true.
Oh, no kidding.
When it seems too good to be true, it usually is. Especially when Todd Howard is talking.
Todd Howard in play? Yes. Because the last several times, I don't believe him.
But the creativity they put into the game looks absolutely impressive. And I like some of the interesting callbacks they did. I love that they put the adoring fan in. You know, from Oblivion. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I think that's very funny.
Even though it's probably like a 20-year, like 10 to 15-year-old joke for someone that doesn't know and doesn't play Oblivion. Yeah, that's a pretty old joke.
But it looks like a game that they put a ton of effort and passion in, that the devs had a lot of fun making. And that's the best kind of game, the ones that you know the devs are passionate about.
Oh yeah, this one looks like they are very passionate with.
That's really how I feel about CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk, because there's no way the game could be getting to that state with Cyberpunk if the devs were not very passionate about the game.
I hate to say this, like, I wasn't too crazy with Breath of the Wild, so was it like, not to say that people really love it, but it just wasn't that type of game for me yet, or in general, because of the fact that, like, right now with Tears of the Kingdom, it's crazy. You have all this creativity with the vehicles and
But you don't know what to do with that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I kind of struggle with that too. That's why I didn't get into Minecraft. It's like, you give me like all the tools in the world, but if I can't find anything interesting to do with it, then it's just probably not gonna catch my attention very much, which is definitely not a criticism of the game itself. It's just sometimes those games are just not for you.
Okay.
I don't know if I can get into anything specific with Starfield, except just saying that's really interesting and impressive. And
What?
I wonder if Anthony actually watched it, or if he's just trying to make himself not watch it.
He's like, I really don't want to. Sorry. It's like, Mom asked if there was a package coming. I was like, nope, no package. Unfortunately.
And
I mean, I can say this. You finally got your Project Fantasy. At least you got your confirmation for that, though, too. Finally.
yeah, on to Sega. And that is easily the Atlas game I am most looking forward to. That was a really good trailer.
I want to know a little bit more of what this game is, so...
I kind of feel like the trailer did a really good job of giving me an idea of what kind of game it is. It's a fantasy turn-based, kind of bits of Persona and SMT in there.
Here is the funny thing.
You can see like Persona-like stats in there too.
But I also see like the combat of like SMT though too. Like
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like
Oh.
the best of both in a fantasy setting with more of that Atlas stuff that I really love, like interesting characters and awesome art design and menus. Like, holy crap, it looks so good.
Also, let's make a point here. This is the first time that we've seen an Atlas character that has 2 color irises. Has anybody noticed that?
First? I don't know if it's the first. I've probably seen another.
But as a main lead, though.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Because that's the first time I've seen someone as a main lead to have 2 color irises.
But having Fantasy teased for so long, they announced it way too early to finally get this trailer, and it seems like it's exactly what I wanted. That it looks like a day one buy for me.
We'll see, because I'm gonna remind myself to wait this time to see if I, with like Soul Hackers, and see how good it does. Because we know the collector's edition, nope, or the special editions, nope, not anymore. Because we know Atlas loves to put a lot of effort into their collector's editions.
The Soul Hackers Collector's Edition was locked to the Atlas store, and that was a big mess. It was overpriced. it didn't have things that I wanted in a
Atlas.
collector's edition, like an art book or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And since it was on the Atlas store, it had ludicrously high shipping, and then it was delayed like a month or two. I was like, just go back to putting them on Amazon. I don't want to deal with this Atlas store crap. And if they keep putting them on the Atlas store, I'm just not going to buy them. Even though I've only bought one. I feel like I should have bought the SMT5 one, because I wanted the art book. Oh well, I'm not missing it.
Did that say 2024 as well?
Yeah, it did. Which is, it's probably going to be late 2024.
That's what I'm probably betting too, because they can't compete with Persona 3 Reload, which...
But this is good. We're like... Because I was wondering for a while, like, what Atlas has to show us. Because, Oh god. Were they releasing something else this year?
Yes. Yes. That's the big elephant in the room I wanted to avoid talking about, because it's the game that we talked about before.
Oh, right, the
Tactics game.
I thought there was something else. So,
nope.
So really, besides that, all they've done this year was the Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable. Is that right?
Yeah, sounds right.
Wow, really quiet year for them then. Next year's gonna be the opposite.
I know.
Tactica game seems like something I'm gonna get on sale.
On disc. Yeah, I probably would say the same, because honestly, the art style is not getting to me very well.
Yeah, it's just gonna be one I'm gonna get when it's like $20.
What was their idea with that art style? That's the main question. It's like, why with this art style? Why didn't they chose?
It's even worse than the
Q
art style. Like, I just really don't like it. Some people did. I would mostly just play it for the Fire Emblem combat, and plus, it's just like another story. But this feels completely pointless.
That's my thinking too, because of like, why? They're just really trying to cash in on the spin-offs before Persona 6 really bad, to be honest. Like, or did they even have in mind, like, an idea for Persona 6? That's the big question.
There was an Atlas insider on Twitter, and they said Persona 6 is probably a couple of years off still. Also said that Atlas is working on a Persona 1 through
remake.
5 game.
Oh no. So that pretty much saying, like, we're gonna have a Persona 1 remake.
No. A crossover game.
Oh no.
There's no telling what kind of game it's going to be, but that's what I heard. Apparently it's a very legit insider. Okay, Persona 3. Even when I saw the trailer, I didn't get very excited.
No, because here's the problem with that. We already knew this was coming. That's the worst part about it. It's like, what? It's like, when? That's the worst thing, that we knew it was real. Or we should say, we knew that with the reports that they were doing development on a Persona 3 remake. Yeah, that's kind of telling us, saying that it's inevitable.
It was a poorly kept secret.
exactly. So I'm just like, the cork was already popped. So
True, but that's not why I wasn't excited. There were parts of the trailer I was like, I'm
is
not
it
that impressed.
was it like the UI or was it the character models?
It was more the environments.
Like the same environments that they still used for Tartarus?
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
Like,
It was also a very brief trailer, and I don't think it showed enough. But then again, it's early 2024, so I guess.
I know. So we still have a lot of
Right.
time before that shows up. So.
Oh god, is there another one besides this? It's not even 1080p.
Uh-oh.
Maybe this one. Okay, that one's 1080p.
Like, and there's a lot of like interviews from the I want to say P3R team. They're using new voice actors, so
Yeah, that was a bit
that's
controversial to me.
I'm like, why? Why would you use new voice actors when it should just be the OG?
Especially if they're not doing any new content. Though I
Eggs.
think they are doing a little bit of new content because there's a part in the trailer that Yukari's kind of like lecturing you on good eating habits. I guess you're
Or
like
kind of like
making
a
meals.
date or something like that.
No, I think it's kind of like the making the coffee in LeBlanc, but for
Oh
Persona 3.
yeah.
But maybe for meals, maybe kind of like
I don't.
Persona 5
Yeah.
Strikers in RV.
Yeah, it probably would be reminiscent of that. Because, I mean, they have good talent. Because, like I did see the full listing of who's gonna be there. I mean, there's some like you have I think Hawk's voice actor Zeno Robinson is gonna be in the cast.
Yeah, I saw some of the cast. It's a pretty good cast, and I like he's doing the leads. Just I'm so used to the original voice actor.
I know,
it's gonna be
exactly.
Really weird.
It's gonna be so weird to see like Michelle Ruff not gonna be Yukari in this one, or like freaking Tara not doing Mitsuru.
I agree.
It's gonna be so hard to not get over that fact that they're not coming back, which is kind of like that's on Atlas. I would say that's full on Atlas.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do just fine. It's just gonna be jarring at first.
And then
No, I like the UI quite a bit. There's like some environments that feel like they're not fully detailed or like even kind of blurry. Actually, maybe they're not blurry in this stream. In like the videos I've seen, it seemed like environments looked oddly blurry, but maybe I was just getting a bad stream. This looks sharper. But I was like, did you watch the Yukari teaser thing with the arrow that was kind of like the proof that this game existed?
I think I did.
Like that little snippet I thought looked a lot more impressive than this trailer, so I think my expectations were too high. I thought the remake was gonna look more impressive.
And that's the downfall here. It's like you set your bars too high for a game that we've known that's gonna be coming, and then you could be easily disappointed by the smallest things that would show up, like we see.
Yeah, I think a lot of it looks really kind of flat. Like it's lacking shadow and texture detail.
Like, that, like, that note, like, the combat, it's very similar to 5 and Soul Hackers. Like, what we've seen before. At least the way I was seeing it, was like, it's very similar to that style than what you saw in, like, P3 or P3 Portable or anything like that.
I don't think we're gonna go in that direction.
No, I'm saying, like, it's very similar.
The Soul Hackers has a very specific kind of combat.
But I'm saying, like,
That's the last of them, Elizabeth.
Good riddance, evil bastards.
I don't pay in the original.
and the thing of it is, all of this is the original. So, remember what I said that no FMC? No FMC.
That's the part I'm the most bummed about. I don't think I'm gonna miss the answer that much, though. This was a very good opportunity for them to rework the answer for it to actually be an extra story content that people actually like.
And,
They could have fixed it.
and yet, they decided not to because they pretty much are going to probably say it's not really canon.
I mean, to me it is.
I know, because here's the problem with that. The answer is canon to Persona 4. Or at least Persona 4 Arena.
Oh.
Yeah, they screwed up because of that continuity.
I forgot I bought that game and I never played a minute of it.
So they screwed up royally by not saying. Their guys probably say, "Oh, if they say the answer is not canon, they screwed up royally because of the timeline in 4."
You know the part of the trailer during the dark hour when you're in Tartarus?
Mm-hmm.
That part looks the most off to me. Maybe it's the floor they're on, but it looks very hazy. And that was the part I was like, this doesn't look that great.
I mean, they did a better job with the fusion system, which is kind of like the same thing like they did with Persona 5. In a sense.
What do you mean?
Like, did you see the fusion system, like, when they're in the Velvet Room? Because there is a segment, there's a part of it that's, they're in the Velvet Room. Like, oh, they're actually like, they're actually showing you the fusion like they did with Persona 5.
I mean, it doesn't seem that much different. It's the same, like, fusing cards together.
No, but
I do have to say, Jack Frost looked really good. So I think the demons are going to look very good.
Oh, yeah. That's no question about that. I'm kind of in a leeway with just, like, I'll get it, but I'm not sure, because, frankly, I still have to do Persona 3 Portable still.
Oh my god, good luck with that.
I know.
I
Heck,
do really like the UI, though I gotta wonder, what's the deal with the water theme?
I don't know, and who knows.
And here's another thing. The water and the blue, it makes it feel really chill and relaxed, you know?
When it's not.
The original game is not chill and relaxed.
No. For those who know Persona 3, you know exactly how we feel with this.
It can be very dark and depressing. In fact, the moody atmosphere is a big part of the dark hour.
Well, that's the whole point of the whole theme of Persona 3. It's supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be depressing.
Oh yeah, they should have just put skulls on everything. That would be perfect.
Well, no.
Make everything gray or green.
You know, and that's the funny thing, though, too. Someone was saying, like, Persona 3 is supposed to be green. Like, their color is supposed to be green.
No, it's definitely blue, but they still made blue in the original UI that,
But I'm saying Persona 6. Persona 6 is supposed to be green for some reason.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much just a guess in color theory, because, you know, blue, yellow, red. I mean, what's the next most common color you can make a theme of? Green. Yeah, why not? Green would work fine. I don't think they're going to do orange or purple.
I think purple was already used.
Oh, yeah, kind of with one. You're right.
I don't remember 2's very well. I've heard it
Twos
was
is also red.
so it's kind of like.
Though they weren't thinking of that back then.
I know they weren't, but it's just like. But if you're trying to get a. If you're thinking of a chill, relaxed game, you're in for a world of hurt for the remake. If you're thinking it's supposed to be a chill game, no, it's not.
Oh, we did get confirmation that they did not scrap all of the gameplay and story stuff from FES and Portable. You are going to have controllable party members. I guess the social link has not been scrapped. I'm wondering what else made the cut. Like, I like the fusion spells in FES where you have specific personas equipped. You can do
I probably bet
a certain fusion spell.
I probably bet. If correct me if I'm not wrong. Wasn't there a second ascension for the main personas for each character in C's for the relationship?
I don't think so. No.
Or never mind then. I thought it. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, it should. Because you do get Caesar. You do get Isis. You do get those later. Yeah, you do.
That's not third. That's second.
Or that I said second.
I thought you said third, because I was comparing it to like the third personas of like Gold and Royal.
Yeah.
By the way, some people are saying that if you wait long enough with the game, they're just going to re-release it with the Fem Seed. I wouldn't put it past them. Do the Royal treatment again.
Good luck.
Atlas is going to pull Atlas moves.
I know. It's like, good luck. And I'm saying, good luck with that idea because of the fact, like, it's coming to all systems, so why would you do a Royal Root treatment again with Persona 3 Reload?
Because they can.
I'm just like, no. It's mostly gonna be I'm gonna say no.
I know, they had a perfect excuse with Royal, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Because they had it on multiple systems, but yet we already have confirmation. Why would you do a Royal treatment again?
That one has been confirmed. Metaphor is not. I would be shocked if it didn't come to. But since it's a long way off, they're just not going to say anything, I guess.
I think it's coming to PS. knowing how Atlas and Sega has been doing these for the last couple of years, or the last couple of years, I think they are.
I
To
think
be,
so too.
because there's no way they can't get around them not having Metaphor on PlayStation. There's
Or just
no.
Sega's games in general, because Japan is heavily PlayStation.
I know. And there's no getting around to them with their Nintendo systems either. So there's no getting around that either with SMT games. So
Also, I think Metaphor would be built exclusively for the next-gen consoles, and
oh yeah.
which is the first Atlas game that would have done that. That's a big deal.
We need something that needs to be next gen. Because that's just me. Because
Oh, right. Polonium Mall looks really good, and I think they did an excellent job with the character sprites. It looks like a natural progression of Sojima's original art, and now they have like their lip flaps and everything.
overall, I'm okay with this. Like it's a good way to remake the game. Plus, it's kind of similar to like Persona 5, so or the way they did it, they have it is in style of Persona 5. Now, if it's the only one of the free so far that I know you're gonna say this, and I probably bet Atlas is gonna have plans for it, is having Persona 4 at some point. I'm gonna make a bet at like some point in the future they're gonna remake 4.
I would rather them do two. I know it's weird that they would remake three, you would have four, which I think I've said that I really like the HD Golden. I think it's
I know,
fantastic.
I know you do, but here's the thing: like some of the like some of the character models could use some work. Some of the interactables could use work, especially
Yeah,
like
well, you can tell it's an updated PS2 game.
yeah. Like I wouldn't be surprised, like within like 5 years, they're gonna 5 or 10 years, they're gonna say like, oh, we're gonna do a Persona 4 remake with Golden intended.
Don't know if I'd be up for that. Atlas has got me by the throat, though, most of the time.
I know.
Love-hate relationships sometimes.
And
Like, it's like I love your content, but I don't like how you treat me sometimes.
I know the feeling too well.
Alright,
We didn't really talk about Like a Dragon that much, because, like, I know that's another can of worms, because,
I can talk a bit about it.
like, it's funny that we're seeing, like, is someone saying, like, Ichiban's going to America.
Yeah, that's definitely a big clue with the Japanese trailer, and then the crowd is speaking American. What I think happened is he's been beached in Hawaii.
I was thinking, like, Florida.
That's pretty damn far away from Japan. They would have to put him there intentionally. Hawaii would make sense if he cruise or anything. That would be kind of ridiculous that he would wash up. Like,
naked of all things, though. Too. That's funny.
It was pretty funny. I was very entertained, and it really reminded me of that Austin Powers scene. in
That's
the
what they were
first
saying
movie.
online. It's like it's Austin's Power inspired. It's like it's so
I
fun.
hope we can get some sort of gameplay in the
Oh, I'll
RNG
bet the
summit.
summit will. The summit will. They'll provide more info on that because they said it was like early 2024, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've got Persona 3, Final Fantasy 7
7 Rebirth.
Rebirth, and the Persona 3 remake all in early 2024. That's insane! Those are my 3 favorite JRPG franchises in the same time period.
It's gonna be worse. I would hate to say this. This might be like either February or March.
Some of them will be, I'm sure.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
them could push it and be like April or May, but yeah.
No, not May. No, that'd be.
Well, you never know if any of them are going to get delayed either. But...
I know, and that's the thing. I'm just like, nah.
Look, back there. The path is unblocked.
It's just you have a lot of crazy games coming out in like 2024 that we've seen so much lately. It's just, it's gonna be ridiculous. Like, it's gonna be even crazier next year.
Dragon Gaiden. It just looks more Yakuza, except Kiryu's got some weird superpowers.
Yeah, and I wish maybe by the summit they could confirm what's going on with that game, because I'm really hoping they're not deciding to say we're going all digital. That would be really dumb.
There it is. Here we go. Let's move it.
Yeah, you know if they're gonna pull that with Gaiden. Maybe it's because it's a smaller game, but
And yet,
they could pull it with some other games. I don't think they're gonna pull it with Persona 3, but
oh no. Who knows what's going on with Infinite Wealth? Either.
I like that name. It makes me very curious of what the game's gonna be like.
Oh, I know. I know. This is gonna be so strange. Wait,
Finch? Why did we stop?
I don't know.
the one thing I'm still thinking about this is like, is it gonna be?
Sure you can.
How can I say this? Is it gonna be turn-based?
I'm sure it will be.
I'm like,
I liked the turn-based the first time, but when I was playing through it the second time, it just takes too long.
I know, and that's the thing.
I was like struggling with the combat my first playthrough, and the second one I was just wiping the floor with everyone, and then the combat wasn't very fun at all. It felt like a drag.
I know. Is that what you're trying to say, like with Persona 4? Is that
What do you
Is
mean
that-
about that?
like? I know you did several playthroughs with it. It's just like first time around with it, you felt so good with it, and then there's times like it's becoming a drag at
I've
points.
played it too many times. Though the last time it was mostly because I wanted to play the HD
Version. Mm-hmm.
which was a big improvement. Though, yeah, I screwed up on that second playthrough because I needed to do like the optional bosses at the end of each dungeon before January, and the past that. Though I'd have to do another playthrough, like going as fast as possible
Mm-hmm.
and
We're stuck again.
clean that up. Though maybe it would be very, very fast because I have the complete compendium.
Mm-hmm.
Just Izanagi no Okami, everything. Though the problem is I still have to level myself and my party up, so I'm not really sure how much quicker I can do that.
I know. Like, turned out to me in some of the games I'm trying to complete right now, like the Nirvana initiative. I feel like I could finish that up within like
You said this is a temple to Oryx?
2 streams at most, or 2 to 3 streams at most.
How are you not done with that yet? How long is that game?
Oh, you don't want to know.
It just keeps going and going and
I
going.
know.
Something happened to this place. It's overgrown with darkness.
I can
Like,
sense
I
it.
still have like
I just
maybe
can't see
2
it.
more
It's the
endings
same
to
path.
find.
Did you get the main ending?
No, that's one of them I still have to get.
Oh, well, shit. That's why.
Because I'm like, it's gonna take me forever to get. Because of the puzzles that you have to deal with in the Somniums. Luckily, once you clear it, you can actually fast forward or the events in the Somnium, but that's for another story. Ow. How did that? And then, like, I know how much more I have with Jedi Survivor, but at the exact same time, I'm just. Do I have enough for a couple, like 2 to 3 streams at most?
You gotta be getting close there.
Oh, I know. Like, trying to think what else. I know Plague Tale. I'm getting towards the finale, but the exact same problem there too. Which, that is stupid. I hate trying to get a screenshot for Plague Tale. I absolutely hate it. They will not allow you to get a screenshot. Unlike like Spider-Man. It'll automatically pause the game if I go to screenshot mode. If I did Plague Tale Requiem.
Does it have a photo mode?
It has a photo mode, yes. But I actually want it to get it into a cutscene, though.
Oh, good point.
It's like, I'm trying to make a thumbnail that would be in the cutscene, but every time I do it, it'll just pause the game, which is like, that's stupid.
Oh no, that's my worst nightmare. Almost all of my thumbnails are from cutscenes.
Tell that to the one I did for Spider-Man last night. I had like 2 of them in mind. Like, I had one. I changed it back to the one where Peter's kicking Electro in the stomach when you beat the Sinister Six the first time.
We're heading in.
That was a really good shot.
Guarding this place?
Yeah, that was a cool
He's an old
thumbnail.
rival of Oryx, and he's no joke. Pretty funny that
But
Dude has him guarding
I had another one in mind, was that I had where you're about ready to face Tombstone. Like, he's just sitting there drinking in his garage, and Spider-Man just sneaks on, like, down there, just like, drinking alone. Hmm? And I just used the Amazing Spider-Man suit, so... It's actually kind of ironic that I used that suit with Electro. Technically. But I think I said, yeah, I did say it during the stream. I'm using the MCU Iron Spider suit. Would have liked to have the classic Iron Spider suit. But no. The game's like, nope, you have to clear the DLC to get that one. Like, yay, thank you. I really didn't want to go through all the DLC just to go through, get the classic Iron Spider. But boo. What's it? I'm trying to remember if there was anything else. Ouch. Hey. Is there anything in, like, indies or, like, I know you said there was, like, 4 games in, like, Devolver Rip Studio. Was there
I
anything
know
that...
Devolver had something, but I couldn't find any information on what they showed.
Was there...
I think they would be involved with Hades 2, but of course we never got an update on that yet.
No, we have not, and...
Let's see if I can pull anything up. This would be Alex's showcase.
I think they're done, aren't they, after today? Or did they got one... Pretty sure they're done after today. With Game Fest, so...
Yeah, I think so.
I think the next big one would be Gamescom. Which I think, isn't that in July or something like that? Or is that in August?
I never know when that one is, but usually there's not very many announcements I'm interested in anyway.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get excited for, what's the Japan one called again?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, Tokyo Game Show's got quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Normally.
excited and it's gonna be mediocre again.
That'd probably be an understatement with probably Square and Konami being involved.
And Atlas usually doesn't show anything.
Sega
advertise
probably, but
what's coming out.
who knows what they'll have up their sleeve.
God, I think I probably should get like a Dragon Ishin, because At some point, I'm gonna be like 2 or 3 games behind if I don't play it.
Tell that to me in like 5, 6, Like a Dragon right now.
And Lost Judgment.
Yeah, I'm alright. That far behind the total franchise.
I know, and I think I've played 12 of them. It's crazy.
Thought our GG would have done like the PSP games that I talked about, but no. That would be something different for RGG to do. Where's my prize? Where was it? Right there. Oh, up there. Oh, I am. Catalyst. Sweet.
Oh, right. My demos.
Oh, yeah.
Lies of P is pretty good.
I figured you were gonna. I saw that you had some videos up for Liza P. I'm like, uh-oh, is Dustin gonna be interested in this when the game comes out?
I think I will be. Oh god, that's also September. Shit. It's a really good demo. You can fight 3 different bosses. It took me around 4 hours. The third boss was a bitch. Oh my god, I was starting to wonder if I was ever gonna beat it. And the thing is, that boss has a summon, where
Oh,
you can summon like an AI fighter.
uh-oh.
They also do that in some Dark Souls games.
Oh,
The
yeah.
thing is, you need an item to summon him, and I had 9 of them, and I was down to my last 2 when I beat it. I was like, I don't know if I can beat this thing without a summon, because half the time the boss will start attacking it, so I can stab him in the butt. Oh my
man.
god, that boss was ultra aggressive. And it seemed like a lot of its attacks I could not figure out how to dodge. So instead of dodging, I had to learn to just block it. And when you block, you still take some damage. You just take like half damage or something. Unless you get a perfect block, I think, then you don't take any damage. Oh, let's see. The game looks awesome. It's an interesting atmosphere, but it's not like the same type of dark atmosphere of Bloodborne. Neither are the enemies as twisted and H.P. Lovecraft-esque. I mean, you're Pinocchio and you're fighting other puppets that are well, I mean, they've turned evil from a glitch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the big ones are like really tough and aggressive. But you start out with 3 different weapons. You can use like a stabby rapier, or those things you fence with.
Mm-hmm. Rapiers.
And then there's like a broadsword. And then there's a heavier weapon, which I didn't try. Though I could have bought it. I never used it.
Did you ever
But you
find
also...
had like the umbrella, or was that? I saw that during the trailer that he could use a umbrella that can act like a shield, but also be like a rapier type of stab.
I didn't find one. I'm not sure if there was one.
Because you know what I'm talking about.
I have seen that.
Like, I don't know if that's a thing that's in the game or in a demo that you played, or if that was just something that you get later on or not. Because I'm like,
Maybe not in the demo.
because I'll probably be a little bit too OP if you did that, probably. When
But
you're just
Pinocchio has these equipable arms, and you start with like just a really good metal arm that you can kind of like push towards enemies, and it's unblockable. So that's good, especially towards bosses. The second arm is my favorite though. It's like what do you call it? It's a line pretty much that you shoot towards an enemy and you pull them towards you. It's pretty cool. I actually used it on the second boss too. It's pretty useless against the big mechanical bosses, but the second boss was more like a tough NPC, so that one worked. You can use electricity. Something from Bloodborne you can do. Well, in Bloodborne you have a gun, and if you use a gun at a specific point, you'll hear like a musical cue, and that means you can do like a devastating attack towards them. Well, you can do a devastating attack. It's a little different in Lies of P. I'm not really sure. There might have been a stability meter that I missed. But if you do enough damage, I guess in a certain amount of time or whatever, I'm not 100% sure how it works, their health bar will have an outline of white. And when that happens, you can do what's called a groggy attack. If you do a heavy attack and it hits, they'll pretty much be stunned, and then you can lay into them with a devastating attack, and it works on bosses too. And there's some enemies, if you just have to get behind them, like towards their backs, and you can do a heavy slash attack on them. So yeah, it's like Bloodborne, where if you're aggressive and smart, it really works in your favor, because like those unblockable boss attacks, if you're aggressive enough, you can completely stop them from doing them. And it can make boss fights much easier. So yeah, I'm really liking the game. It's pretty damn hard.
It's
but
like,
it's very rewarding hard, and I don't think it's very difficult to wrap your head around. And there were a lot of parts of Bloodborne, even after nearly beating it, I did not understand how to do very well. And you have to, like, in Lies of P, you have to, like, you have to watch, like, your equipment, because you can only hold so much weight, and once you start getting into the heavy... No, wait, I was mostly in the slightly heavy, but once you get into the heavy status effect, you have less stamina and you move slower, so you have to watch that. I noticed at the end you can put certain skills in, like maybe you want your oh yeah, I forgot, each sword has like attacks specifically for them. There's an attack that's locked to your handle, and there's an attack that's locked to your blade. And towards the back half of the demo, you can take off handles and blades and mix and match them, because like I said, they have their own skills. So like if you want the parry skill for that handle, but you really like attacking with this certain blade, you can do that. It gives you a play style. Like even just the world, the characters, it's very interesting, I think.
Now for you, because I was kind of gonna wait till next week to actually think about talking about it. Was the Final Fantasy demo, since you've already looked at it.
Yeah, and for 2 hours, it's pretty much just like the prologue. At least I think they're calling it the prologue. If they're actually calling that a prologue, that is one hell of a prologue. The demo absolutely blew me away. The game looks unbelievably good. This might be the best looking game I've ever seen. And the thing is, it's all in engine. All of the cutscenes are in engine. I mean, just look at the freaking thumbnail I did of the woman with the ice power.
Shiva.
The detail is insane. Yeah, that is Shiva. Like in and out of cutscene, I go into the freaking mansion that you live at. I'm outside in the courtyard, and I'm just stunned by how good it looks. And yeah, it's very, very cutscene heavy, and that might just be a prologue thing. Some people were turned off by it. I was hung on every word of dialogue. The voice acting was excellent. The characters are excellent. The story is really interesting. I can't believe how attached I got to the characters after just this 2-hour demo. The combat is really fun. I think it's a bit more simplified. Like, I've actually seen some different gameplay in like one of those trailers. I thought the gameplay was kind of crazy in the battle thing you can do afterwards. After you do the prologue demo, you can do a battle thing where you fight the woman that's on the third thumbnail. You go through like this castle for a while, fight a lot of enemies, and instead of just having the flame power, you have the flame, the wind, and I think the stone power, which gives you a lot more battle moves. But like I saw even more in the freaking trailer. Like, holy crap, the combat's gonna be freaking insane. It's so addicting. Like, I know a lot of people compare it to Devil May Cry, but I think it's more simplified than Devil May Cry. Because I think Devil May Cry combat gets very complicated.
Oh yeah, it does. Because I remember back playing Devil May Cry 5, they still have to do inputs, combo inputs, just to do a certain attack pattern. Just for
yeah, and that's why I was like, if it's like Devil May Cry combat, I'm sure I'm gonna have fun, but I'm not gonna know what the hell I'm doing most of the time. But it's not really like that. The icon moves you can use are very easy to pull off, and you can just do like very well timed strikes and dodges and like I didn't have much trouble picking up the combat at all. I've screwed up like messing up some buttons every once in a while, but I thought I was playing with a good amount of skill, even though it really wasn't very hard to avoid damage. Though it's just gonna get harder. That was just the beginning of the game. But like those 3 boss fights, like the marble, they're calling it a marble. I think it's called a Barlow in the other games. A knight, and that woman of wind in the last one, those boss fights are awesome. Especially the last one. That's an amazing boss fight. Like, I was pumped for the game. I am extremely pumped now. I can't wait to get my hands on it to play it more. Because I was having this big smile like the entire demo. It didn't matter if I was just doing training, watching a lot of cutscenes. I mean, there's... most of the demo is cutscene, really. Probably like an hour of it.
You're gonna love this. Fun fact, you can ignite high.
That was the best demo I've ever played. Easily. And this could be one of the best video games I've ever played.
Let's hunt some hostiles, brother. Bring them moats.
I'm just... Wait, I want to be entertained with this intrigue, because it has been like several years for like a good main like story entry since 15. So, I mean, 15 was alright, don't get me wrong. But we haven't had one that looks like this amount of crazy in a very long time. So, I mean, sure, Final Fantasy VII Remake, even though I'm still counting it as part of 7, we haven't had one for a while that looks just as awesome. Or even better than 15.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like a dream project. Like, everything is coming together perfectly. I love the mix of the cinematic, the story, and the gameplay. It flows together perfectly.
Hostile incoming at the depot.
Where are you?
Oh, you should see Across the Spider-Verse, like,
I saw.
as soon as possible.
I saw your thing. I'm just like, oh, we already rated it. Ah, hi. Already. I'm like, oh no.
I rate the first one a perfect score too, but the second one is a step up over the first one.
Oh, you're not confident to say that.
Yes, it's better. And I thought the first one was incredible. This one's even better.
Let's go.
You're invading. Make a mess.
Oh, man. That was a lot.
One down.
Finally out of stuff to talk about.
That's 2.
Damn. Go into the enemy field. Nope, I don't. Get only 2. But at least that covers most of the Game Fest, like, though. Like, at least it was better than it was within, like we said, it has been a lot better than it has been before. By
I feel like
far.
the bar has been raised.
Well, especially that there's no E3. That's the main thing. This is technically our E3 this year.
I know, but like video games in general, I feel like the bar has been raised again because if a lot of those titles land, this is going to be the best year for gaming since 2017.
And not to mention, next year.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about this. This is year
Free.
3, and 2017 was year 3 for the PS4 generation. 2018 was also a stellar year, and it's shaping up to be a pretty damn good year next year too. So I think we're just at that point in the generation where the games are starting to hit on all cylinders.
Now, the one thing I'm going to say, and I never want to hear this excuse again. I never want to hear COVID to be used as an excuse ever again.
It shouldn't be. We're past that.
I know. If people say it's just because of COVID, you are dead wrong. That is a pitiful excuse to say that.
Well, it did delay a lot. That it seems like we're all caught up now.
I know. It should be what we should be caught up to, but if people stay in the development industry saying like it's because of COVID, sorry. You had your chance to say that a year or two ago. This year, no, not anymore. You do not have that excuse. Because we are beyond this point of having excuses.
I'll try and get this coming out in the fall. I'm interested in.
I've already got stuff locked and loaded already. Now I'm just gonna be curious of when, like, or I be one of those people that's like, for Spider-Man 2, top 10 most requested spider costumes. For Spider-Man 2. And I've already seen several of those already. And someone's already saying, we need the Amazing Spider-Man 2 outfit. That I probably would agree. Because it looks better than Amazing Spider-Man 1.
That game's going to be huge, but I gotta ask, what the heck is next for Sony? We didn't even get, like, the 2024 things.
Who knows? And I'm gonna bet some of them will be announced at either at Gamescom or Game Awards. Because heck, we still haven't heard anything like from, and I hate saying this, we haven't heard anything from Stellar Blade in a while. Like, there's still plenty of things that need to be addressed. Alright, who said for you to take my strand ball?
Yeah, it's pretty odd. Got
Like,
Spider-Man 2, and that seems to be it this year. It's
and yet,
very...
is it gonna be weird if I could say that Wolverine could come out next year?
Oh yeah, sure, next year, but
Good work.
one title a year is odd for Sony. Usually
I
have
mean,
at least 2. In some years, they've had 3 heavy hitters. I can't count the Horizon DLC. It's really weird. Xbox is going to have more first-party exclusives than PlayStation this year.
but have any of them? And I hate saying this because since I have the Series X, has any of them landed so far? Not really until probably Starfield.
That's what I'm saying. They got Starfield and Forza this year. Well, I guess we have to count Redfall too, but let's just pretend that one doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's another one for them, but doesn't really help them.
No, it really doesn't. Because I see. This is where I would love to hear what. I wish Anthony didn't take the night off. It's like what his opinion would be because I know he's trying to stay away from the Xbox, but I probably bet he's so disappointed with Capcom though. It's like there's nothing that would interest him other than like Resident Evil, and yet there's nothing. There was like literally nothing Resident Evil at all,
Yep.
which is kind of sad because like oof, just oof. It's like no Resident Evil 4 DLC, no remake. Just nothing. Like, out of the show, would you just say that we would probably say that Game Fest, Xbox, Ubisoft, and then Capcom?
Oh, you mean a ranking?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
There's
You
only
mean you
4.
have you mean you have Jeff Keighley's in first?
I mean, in general.
I'm There is no way I'd put him in first.
So you would put them in second?
No, I'd put him in third.
So you're saying the Xbox really held a higher standard for you?
Yeah.
Nah, I can b- believe that. But where would you put Ubisoft though? Because there's only been 4 showcases that we've seen, and that's why I'm saying it's like you have Ubisoft higher than Jeff Keighley.
Yep.
Well, that's saying a lot.
Well, I mean, Jeff Keighley had like 4 good announcements, and his show was over 2 hours long. So yeah, for boring the hell out of me, you get third place. That's just my opinion, though. Still glad I saw Lies of P there.
Hmm. Let's see. Do I have anything? Yeah. Oh, that looks cool. What is that
Yeah,
for?
I guess Ubisoft is kind of a weird one because they had some pretty good high points that they almost never have with their conferences, but then they had some of their usual low points with their CGI trailers and mobile games and other crap.
See, this is where, like, Devil's Advocates came in. Is just like Xbox, Jeff Keighley, Ubisoft, and Capcom.
If Jeff Keighley's wasn't 2 hours long, I'd agree with you. He did it to himself.
Like, I'm still happy. There were still some games, like, from his conference at least. It's like, here, we finally get reveals for MK1, we get Spider-Man release date, and we get a thing for Final Fantasy Rebirth, at least. From
I don't know why they couldn't have done the Spider-Man release date in Sony's.
Oh, I know, that was stupid. Because,
Like, they need the extra 2 weeks of development to be sure of their release date? I don't know.
it's like, you really needed it that long for another one.
Sometimes 2 weeks makes a good difference, but still, it seemed like they could have put that at the end of the Sony showcase, and it would have made the show a little bit better.
Who to say anymore? Because it's not something that we can't deal with. I mean, I'm still, to be honest, I'm still kind of indifferent. Like, with the highs of, like, from when I first watched the PlayStation event and waiting a couple of weeks, like a week or two now, just thinking about it, I'm just like, it was sort of okay. Like, we still don't have, like, a lot of concrete, like you said, a lot of CGI trailers, and then also 2024, 2024, 2024, and only 3 release dates.
Oh, they actually did some 2024s? For what?
Oh, good lord. I can't remember. I think.
I don't even think we got that. Let me see if I can find out. There were some pretty good trailers, though.
I mean, yeah, but. I mean, sure, we got an announcement for Metal Gear Free. Or Metal Gear Solid Free remake. And then having a collection with it.
Phantom Blade Zero, Alan Wake 2.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't. Yeah, that's also 2024 as well.
What
Crap.
is?
Phantom Blade.
I don't think they told us anything.
I was kind
Oh, I guess I'm gonna look at Angry Joe's reaction.
of. Oh no, he's gonna be like. He's gonna be bored out of his mind. I'll probably bet one thing. He's gonna be so infuriated with Capcom Showcase too.
Oh, do you know what the Helldivers game was?
I
It looked like I've never heard of the first game.
neither have
It
I.
it looked like a freaking Starship Troopers game.
That's what. It was too funny not to make a comment on that one.
The satire was on point.
I want more games to have that. That would have been amazing to have more of that. Unfortunately, I don't know much about it, so...
Okay, Phantom Blade.
Oh, it's right there. I need to go to the meditation spot right there. Yeah. And knowing Anthony, he'll probably have some words to talk
Probably not
about.
as many as you think.
Well, try not to spoil us with John Wick 4, so...
Oh, I thought you meant Summer Games Fest.
Nah. Oh,
I
no.
was like, he probably ignored a lot of them.
Oh, yeah, he would have. What? You're kidding me. Well, what did I collect then? Collect strand medallions anywhere. Just one.
Okay, we did get no release window for Phantom Blade Zero.
No, never mind then.
That's what I thought. I thought a lot of them didn't even give us any dates. Oh, you know this is weird? People have been saying Foam Stars is actually very good.
No, thanks. Like, are you sure? Like, are you high for having a Splatoon lookalike from Square? Are you high?
Apparently it has its own unique mechanics, but I
Still,
don't know. It may
Splatoon.
or may not find an audience.
It may. I would say it has found an audience for those who want a Splatoon-like game.
Question is, how big is that audience?
Because honestly, no.
Dragon's Dogma.
I'm Jisoo Colorado, reporting for
BR.
That's the other thing, though, too. I could care less for VR. I know people are crazy about it, but no.
I don't have a problem with it. At least a lot of the VR ones were entertaining. I liked the American Southwest blowy up one.
Hmm. Oh, come on. This is getting ridiculous.
Wow, that I can't find anything else to look into in this. Yeah, I think Phantom Blade was it, because I know when Alan Wake 2 is coming out, and we know Metal Gear Solid 3 is a long way off.
Probably late 2024, 2025 release.
Yeah.
Well,
Xbox has been saying development cycle for a lot of games is 5-6 years now. I think it depends on the game, but yeah, there's definitely some where it goes that long.
if you're telling me Indiana Jones is taking 5 to 6 years, how come haven't we heard any news from that then?
Like I said, I think that one got scrapped.
The other one I'm still thinking of, and I wish we heard more of, was that James Bond project. I wish.
Was Star Wars Outlaws 2024 window?
Yes, it was.
Okay, there's another one. else? Not
I hate
really
to say it,
interested in
Prince
the
of Persia was
Avatar
also
game.
2024.
I didn't say I was wanting to play that game. I just said that game has its own potential. Or whatever.
May or may, depending on how it's priced. I really hope they're not saying a full retail price. That would be stupid. Because that does not look like it's a full retail price.
Okay, I got the Atlas ones in my head.
Those will definitely be full retail. I'll guarantee you that. Especially Persona 3 Reload. That's full price.
That might be a hard pill for me to swallow if it's $70. Especially because you know there's going to be day one DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was going to look at the Xbox one to
It's
check,
sort of
but it's probably going to be a bunch of Xbox exclusive games anyway.
it's sort of funny to think about this. They did the exact Xbox did the exact. I know it's their conference, but they did the exact same problem like they did with PlayStation. Like I'm seeing similarities to this because, like, you see a bunch of trailers, see a bunch of 2024 release window dates, and probably like what 2, 3 games that have actual releases. So that's that's the biggest problem with me now. It's just like I'm being a little bit more critical about it. Like they've shown me in the past, like either you have games that, and this year they finally do, for once.
Oh shit, Ace Attorney's also early 2024. Add that to the other three. Oh my god. Maybe that one's only gonna be 30 though.
30 or 40.
I think it's gonna be 30. Capcom still hasn't went to 70 yet.
No,
Kind of surprised.
no, it hasn't.
So I think it should be a lock for 30. Which is a
It's
pretty
just
fair price.
like I think Bandai Namco's are already starting to transition into 70. I think Tekken 8's starting that way since it's next gen. Which I still haven't heard any word whether I'm in a closed beta or not. Because I know they have a closed beta pretty soon. I actually do want to try it out. It'd be nice. Bandai, please. So like I said, your invitation up, please. As much as like I would have a invitation up for MK1, but I have to pre-order the stupid thing to do it. Do we even actually have access to it? Heck, I'm still thinking about that. They still haven't even said anything when Tekken 8's supposed to release yet. They still haven't confirmed a release date. We already know when MK1 is. We know, and Street Fighter 6 already came out. Hey, Bandai.
When was MK1?
I believe September.
Another September. Oh, good thing I'm not a fighting game fan.
Oh boy. It's like, fuck. It's like, can't get away from it. Especially when I like Tekken as well. That's probably my preferred.
Does Lies of P have a pre-order?
I want to say soon? Maybe like Friday, I believe?
This feels good. We strike back as one fist, crushing Zebu Arath's forces. Get to work.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's 60, not 70.
Who was it by again? Was it an indie company?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It's not like they had to.
No.
Let's get to work, Guardians.
And, like,
Stronger
the
together.
demo is 4 hours. I feel like it could be a 40-hour game. I'm
We'll see.
surprised the demo was that long.
Hey, at least you got your time's worth out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's just thinking what to do now for, unless you're gonna really decide to record Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective.
No, I'm not recording that. Next is Resident Evil 7. I should definitely have that done before Final Fantasy 16 next week.
Now the question is, are we gonna do the DLCs?
I don't have the DLCs.
One's Not a Hero's free, so
Is that the survival one? If it's that one, I do not want to play that one.
I don't remember. That's the one with Chris in it.
Oh, right. No, I
That's...
think I'm thinking of Ethan Must Die.
Yeah, that might be it.
I've heard that's brutal.
Yep. The only other one I know is the end of Zoe, and that's it. And I have no idea.
So the deluxe edition just gives you more cosmetics and 72 hours early access. I never go for early access. I can wait that long. I can wait 3 days.
Liza P.
Yeah. I can't... Doesn't tell me what day it releases. On the store, at least.
Do I have some? No, I don't. Yeah, I do, actually. Do I have a shotgun? Yes, I do.
Okay, September 19th. Now that's my calendar.
around the arcology. We need to disarm them before they blow.
And Phantom Liberty is exactly 1 day later. Or, not 1 day, 1 week. Why are they both on a Tuesday?
One thing for sure, I'll probably wait on Ghost Trick, probably.
I don't even know when that is.
I think that's pretty soon. I think that's like in July, I think.
Oh. I'm not sure. I might get it if it's like $20. It definitely has that East Attorney type of puzzle solving and narrative. That might be pretty fun.
But as a series, I don't know. I know for me, Ace Attorney will take too long for me if I did a stream series on it.
Seriously, some of those cases take forever.
I know.
That is not a series you want to just start and drop.
I know.
There's stuff earlier in the case you've got to remember to do the evidence correctly.
And that's why it's just like...
I like to tweet earlier this week about video game release dates.
I really hope THQ would come in for us and say, hey, we're going to, despite Remedy saying that we're only doing digital, we're going to give you a physical copy. I would really hope they'll come through doing that at some point. Because it's absolutely stupid for Remedy to say that it'll be digital only. Like that. Like, they really did us dirty for that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm detecting multiple systemic
Oh,
failures in
come on.
engineering. Guardians, I need you down there.
No.
Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2 are in the same week.
I thought they were not in the same week.
Alan Wake 2 is the 17th, and Spider-Man 2 is the 20th.
Oh, crap. Alright, who picked up Dawn Blade?
And Phantom Liberty is at the end of September. That's not helpful.
And again, fall's getting stacked again, like any every year.
That's 4 big games within 1 month and 1 day. Because Lies of P is September 19th, and Spider-Man 2 is October 20th. Oh, what was the date on Phasmophobia?
They only said August. They didn't say a release date yet. Or a few weeks before that. I don't know if it would be like at the end of August, though. Who knows?
They're gonna delay it to September to torture me.
And expect probably $20 to $30. That's how much it was on Steam the last time I looked.
Sounds
So,
about right.
I mean, I would be happy to actually do
Zivu
something
Arath is
else.
marshaling her forces. Be prepared for anything.
Because I
Maybe I
know
don't.
a lot of people do Phasmophobia for fun, so.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe it'll be in August, maybe not. If not, I do not have anything in August, and I'm not sure if I have anything in July.
I think I have something in July, I believe. Let me look. Pretty sure I do. There's only 2 games I have, but one's Exo Primal, which I may actually do that for office meetings. Is just do multiplayer on Exo Primal. I actually did enjoy the game, but I'm actually glad that Capcom actually listened to a lot of people's feedback and say they were lacking in cosmetics or customization. They needed to. Because that was really bad for what they did. Oh no. Uh-oh. And then you have The Expanse in July too.
Well, I never watched the show, so I'm not picking that up.
I haven't watched the show, but you know what? It's a Telltale game, and I might as well learn. Because this is set before the show, for what I have read. So you don't really need to know the show for this one. Though I am not thrilled that they're doing episodes like you have to wait 2 weeks for it for the next episode to show up though. Come on. Seriously? Ow, 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 ow. I mean, I might even do it on Twitch if I really wanted to. to do the Expanse if I really wanted to. Ah. Ouch. Ouch. This game. Come on.
Osiris came to visit me yesterday. I believe it was his first time aboard a command carrier of that size. I dare say he enjoyed himself.
Yes, he mentioned this at dinner. He says Kaito reminds him of himself, which is one of Osiris's favorite compliments.
I'll bet it is. Kaito took a long while to warm up, given the past. But I think she was able to see beyond her suspicions to the man himself. Did you know she asked Osiris to begin teaching the Cabal forces about the darkness? She wants to understand Strand and Stasis.
He neglected to mention that. It is oddly humble of him not to brag. It is good to see everyone is growing.
Did I get two? Really? Oh. He gets best dressed. Come on. I deserve more than that. What? Do I have any progress? Yes, I do. Salvage. What? Oh, do we not have one? I was sworn I had one. Yeah. Do perfectly.
Oh man, I'm looking at the Lies of P gameplay overview trailer, and it's showing a lot of stuff that's not in the demo, and it looks absolutely incredible. All the different enemies, locations, gameplay mechanics. It looks really special. Man, this is such a good year for games. Even with all the people complaining about how all the AAA games are unfinished. Man, like, still, all the
Don't.
good games that have come out, it's been great.
It's like, don't just look at AAA. That's the thing. Don't.
Yeah, don't buy all your games from EA and Activision or whatever.
No kidding.
Also, can you even consider the Gollum game AAA?
No.
I can't.
After that fiasco? No. Especially not.
Was that Warner Brothers games or?
It is.
I thought Embracer Group bought the rights.
They did, but it was developed with Warner Brothers. So, yeah, Warner Brothers has got a rough time. Especially when it's even worse for them that they had to delay Suicide Squad after the backlash, showing that's even worse.
Oh, there's the umbrella. Oh, that's so cool.
They did have the umbrella in the demo.
No, I don't think it's in the demo, but I saw it in this gameplay trailer.
Like, I saw the umbrella in the gameplay trailer, like, oh wow, that looks pretty useful.
I only got to use like 4 or 5 weapons, but they're saying that this game has dozens of them. Like, I'm seeing some of them, like, man, there's some massive broadswords you can use. And you can pull off some crazy attacks. Those freaking enemies have, like, giant, tall shields. Man. Oh, I thought those were 2 enemies. That's one big robot, and both of his arms have a shield on it that he, like, holds together to block himself. That's so cool. If I can beat this game, I can beat Elden Ring, I'll tell you that.
It's like, if you beat Elden Ring, here, you beat Sekiro.
Oh my god. That game scares me. I've seen some of the bosses. They're brutal. Absolutely brutal. With this game and Elden Ring, you can level up and, like, push it into your favor, but with Sekiro, I know there's certain skills that are, like, essential and whatever, but that game is highly, highly skill-based. You just have to get really good.
Get good or go home.
Like, there are things you can do that completely break Bloodborne, completely break Elden Ring. I don't think you can do that with Sekiro.
And see how far I passed. Or when I said I got through that stupid monkey
Oh, I don't want to fight that. Fighting that guy would be insulting to me, especially if I died to it. First, I think the monkey's annoying by itself, but then when its head gets cut off, starts throwing shit at you, that's when I draw the line.
And then here, you want to deal with the dragon?
Oh, is that a giant meat, like a tenderizer? A
Mm,
giant one. Oh my god, the weapons in this game look so cool.
It's like we found Dustin's new archetype for gaming, Souls like games.
Yep, I'm a Soulsborne guy now. That's gonna be my whole channel.
Anthony would have just like, here, do you want Elden Ring now? It's like, sure, I'll take you on your offer.
I think I know why Anthony's channel kind of blew up. Because all of his videos are of hard difficulty.
That would
Playing
do it.
popular games definitely helps, but I mean, yeah, it's more impressive to watch someone play on harder difficulties. I think that definitely helped.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm struggling with copyright claims for no stupid reason.
I don't even know why you pay attention to those anymore.
I
I
feel
just
like,
ignore them.
no, the dumb thing is like, here, I'll only probably get like 2 views or just measly one by myself, just because I'm trying to moderate the chat. Like, and then I wonder, like, the copyright claims kind of affect being in the algorithm. Though, at the exact same time, I'm still streaming, though, too.
You have to bend over backwards to end up in the algorithm.
I know, and his channel, Anthony's channel is just like, and by the way, folks, I'll probably, well, you can link to my channel and go to D Pinhead. That's who we're referring to here. Who's been blowing up in views lately. Because
As
I'm
far
just,
as being an amateur streaming blowing up.
he's not streaming, he's just posting videos. That's all he's doing, which I don't know what he's going to be doing after. Well, he said he was going to do Miles Morales pretty soon.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with Final Fantasy 16 because I know that game's gonna take dozens of hours, and having to keep track of every hour and then make sure YouTube uploads them at certain times, that could get really annoying.
And see why I'm just better off just like streaming them than having to record.
Yeah, but I also don't want to talk to any randos, to be honest.
Like, no,
If I go
I don't.
live, anyone can jump in.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
And I just
But
want to focus on my game.
that's most of the time what I do most of the time. So it's just like, especially like just me sitting here in orbit here. I'm just,
Sounds sounds kind of counterintuitive. It's like, well, why are you streaming if you don't want anyone to talk to you? It's like,
hey, it's recording. So, and plus, it helps me with my backlog too.
oh my god, how much time would it? Oh no, wait, no, it wouldn't take any time. Never mind. You record live, it just posts it when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 hour of footage takes like 3 hours for me to
No.
upload. So like 5 hours would be insane.
You're not telling me any different, but it's gotta be probably bad for me when I do have to upload the Twitch stream. That's gonna be brutal. Because I'm gonna have to find a way to upload that stream to YouTube because it gets rid of the stream after 7 days. Which is stupid. Like, thanks, Twitch. Thanks for deleting my stream that I was bound to put on YouTube. Which, be ready for, well, no, you won't pay attention to it because I'll probably just be by myself doing it for Killer Instinct on Thursday. Not sure how long I'll do it for because if I ever even do, or I know I'll get murdered online. Probably. Having like over about over if someone has over 10 years of experience. Oof, oof, oof. It's like here's a day one veteran. It's fighting me. Oh, like, oh crap. I'm screwed. It's like, well, I'm just playing Orchid and someone's playing a Saber Wolf. I'm like, oh crap. I'm in trouble. It's like, I'm not proficient. I know I won't. I'm still a little bit annoyed, though, with Telltale. They never said anything for The Expanse for a physical release so far. They never said anything if they would have or not. So I remember the last several games that they had a physical release. And so far, I've always seen them as digital so far. So you might want to be on a lookout for physical. And I'll tell you what, the or online, it's really cheap for The Expanse. It's like $40, $30 or $40.
Oh, you mean the full game?
Yeah, the full game's like $40, I think. And I think they have an
Sounds about
extra,
right.
and then I think it's like 45. Let me look at it again. I'm pretty sure it's like, it's not exactly 50. I have it on my list because I'm still thinking about getting it. Where is it? I know I have it. Where are you? There you are. 40 for normal. 45 for the deluxe. So like a $5 difference. Almost.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, I'll take it. That's actually decent pricing for. I mean, compared to like Mirage, which is like standards like 50, and Like a Dragon Gaiden's like also 52. Weirdly enough. It'd be weird if Infinite Wealth would be 50 as well. Please don't have that stupid minigame that I had to deal with in Zero. That I wasn't a big fan of it. Trying to maintain it. And the cabaret battles. Ugh. Don't let me do cabaret battles ever. That sucked.
And what?
And Zero.
I like those.
But they took so long to do, like, try to get towards a certain district, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a very time-consuming mode. That and Curie's real estate. Those two together, you can spend like as long as the main game.
I just want quick money. It's like
You're not gonna get that.
I know I'm not. It's just like I mean, I did delve a couple streams doing cabaret battles and maintaining the cabaret for Majima.
I think when you complete each of them, you get 10 billion yen. But if you want to farm money, doing Kiryu's real estate is more efficient. And then it literally just,
Gives you money.
yeah, it prints money that you collect
But that
like every 5 minutes.
but that's only for him though.
You can share money through the between
Oh
characters.
yeah. I forgot. There's that one person that you trade off to.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, I'm greedy. And I'd rather not deal with Mr. Shakedown anytime soon.
That's another way to farm money. You let
It's
him
like,
beat you up, and then you beat him up.
it's like, here, do
We'll
I
have
want to
more
use the
than you had
shotgun
before.
most of the time, or no?
That's one way to deal with them.
Because I remember the one time I faced him again, I just used the slime shotgun on him with Majima, just like going down on him so badly. I'm like, huh? I was so dumbfounded.
That is pretty effective.
I'm like, that just dumbfounded me so much just to use that shotgun alone on him. I'm just like, if anybody would have recorded my facial it's like, huh? For the home improvement, there was somebody editing this. It's like, hmm?
Oh, that's an old reference.
Only certain people would understand, and yes, I do love Home Improvement. Get over it.
I barely remember Home Improvement.
It's like, Wilson, do you got any advice for me? It's like, yeah, shut up and quit talking. It's like, oh man, can I at least? I really hope tomorrow, one of my goals for survival, I want to get all the bounties in. I know what you can do with it. Or what happens if you get all the bounties, at least. Because, well, people are playing Jedi Survivor turn away or close out of this section for just a bit because I'll provide a mild spoiler here. You get to fight the bounty hunter provider, and Boba Fett shows up. And you have a Mexican standoff with the provider, Boba, and Cal. That same scene. Oh my, I want to get that fight and actually get a thumbnail of that Mexican standoff.
Oh, then you're really doing spoilers.
But hey, you never said. Hey, the last time I did, I said a spoiler for Darth Vader, did I not? In the thumbnail.
Yeah, I guess you're just used to it by now.
It's like, and plus it's been like over a month for two.
I kind of spoiled the marble in the Final Fantasy 16 demo because I was not expecting that thing to show up that early. So
It's like,
there you
here,
go. I took away your surprise.
meh. I'll fight. I'll find that fight very fun. Well, it's like either that or find it real irritating, one or the other.
Yeah, it takes a lot of damage.
It's like, I'm not ready. Well, wait a minute. You should have the Phoenix by default.
Yeah.
It's
Only
like,
one move of it though. In
hmm,
the last battle demo part, I had 3 moves of it.
hmm,
When I could switch between the 3 icons.
hmm. The question is, does he only have a sword, or can you use multiple? Like,
I don't know.
that's one thing that kind of makes me curious if Cleve would actually. Yes, his name is Cleve.
Clive.
Or Clive, excuse me. Clive would have multiple weapons, or if he's just default using just a sword. Because I know, and I hate saying this, most Final Fantasy protagonists only have default by sword most of the time. Not always, but majority of the time. Because I can think of, let's see, Titus, Cloud, Squall, Noctis, Terra.
Cloud has multiple swords.
Yeah, depending on which one that you're talking about. If you're talking about just normal Final Fantasy VII, he only has one. If you're talking about Advent Children, that's a different story.
I'm talking about a remake. It's got like 6.
Still the Buster Sword, technically.
Okay, fine. Well, one of them is more like a broadsword than a buster sword. I
I
remember
know.
that.
I know. I just count. Like, everyone envisions the Buster Sword than anything
Yeah.
yet.
The hard edge is kind of like a different shaped buster sword. Like a... I don't even know how to describe it. See, if it wasn't so close to Final Fantasy 16, I was about to replay Final Fantasy 7 Remake because I haven't played it on PS5. I've been really meaning to replay it, but I do not have that kind of time right now. That is 40 hours.
Including the interlude DLC, or intermission DLC, too.
Intermission, which is 7 hours. Maybe it wouldn't take me 40 hours because apparently I was on the longer end of most people's playthroughs. Some people have done it in like 30.
So that's like, I've already got my foot in the door at least, but I can't say that because of the fact that I've done Crisis Core, but I haven't done Remake yet.
I still need to play Crisis Core.
Hmm.
Probably not going to enjoy it very much, but I need to play it. I've seen it for like $25 before. That's a good price.
Find it where it's decent price and get it, because you probably might find it. Well, you might find it cheaper. Maybe by Black Friday, maybe.
Oh, for sure. By then, I get it for 20.
Like, I think probably by then I'll probably start. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get it in time for. I'll probably do it during the fall.
On
Yeah.
GameFly, Resident Evil 2 Remake is already down to 35.
No thanks. No thanks. I remember. I still have my PS4 copy. I'll just put the free PS5 update. Or if that's just the one that you're referring to.
Wait, which one did I say?
Resident Evil 2.
Oh, I meant 4.
Hmm.
No, 2. I've seen on digital for like under $10 before.
It was going to say. Which, by the way, you might see me play Silent Hill 2. Not the remake, the original. Got it for $10.
Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That'd be cool, but that game is not very easy.
That might be a thing, folks. Be aware, unless we hear any news with the remake. That would be a different story.
I
If
feel
we,
like at this point it's not going to come out this year.
you probably might be right, because it's already halfway through the year, and we still it would have been announced by now, unless I don't want to wonder who's going to. I'll have to look at Gamescom to see if pay attention during Gamescom this year, whether there's gonna be anything new or not. Like any updates like with Stellar Blade, or if there's any updates with Silent Hill 2 or not. Because it's weird, like PlayStation would still have placeholders for them, and they still haven't been announced for a release date yet. It's just weird. But then again, I always find a good Pyramid fan art that I could throw in there.
Man, now I'm seeing more gameplay of Alan Wake 2, and now I'm more interested in that game. God, my wallet hates me this fall. Ugh. Games are too good this year, man. They're just too good.
It's like, here, just put Ted.
No, no. The problem with Alan Wake 2 is it's right next to Spider-Man 2, and I know which one's gonna get my time.
Spider-Man.
So if I wait a month, maybe I could get Alan Wake 2 for like 40.
The bad thing is whether it's still gonna be digital only or not.
Right. Well, it could still be discounted. But you're right, the fact that it's digital means it's probably not going to be as good of a discount.
Which, THQ, get on the ball, please.
Yes, please, thank you.
So, we're not busting our wallets here for just a stupid Firmest edition. That's stupid. Alright. Let me...
Wait, they played a demo? Can I play that demo?
Huh?
I think it's a Summer Games Fest.
Huh? I'd be shocked if there was. Huh? Where are you? Where the hell are you, Alan Wake? Are you way down the... No? Where the hell are you? Not that, not that. Where are you? There you are. Gameplay trailer. Nope. No demo. No demo. Unfortunately. Must be for them only, and their eyes only. Oh well. Let me go and pause you for a second. Okay. I think that's enough for tonight's stream of Destiny 2 and tonight's office meeting. So, hope you guys did enjoy that conversation as much as I have. There's a lot of things to cover probably in the next few weeks. But, please do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Destiny content like this, or have more office meeting podcasts like this. I'll just talk for a few minutes here, and then, like I said, tomorrow I will be doing more Star Wars Jedi Survivor for you folks at 8 p.m. So hopefully you guys will be tuning in for that. And then Thursday's going to be a little bit different situation here, because I will be live on Twitch. So, and I'll be doing some Killer Instinct there at 8 p.m. Thursday night. So hopefully you guys can come over to that stream Thursday night and be supportive of me. So, because it's been a while since I've been on Twitch. Very long time. But yeah, that's about it. Please do leave a like. Please do comment down below what subclass is your favorite. I think mine's mostly either Nightwalker or I want to say it's. I use either most of the time I like to use Stasis or Void. So, what element do you use the most for your Guardians? And please do share the streams with your friends or your family, and hit that notification bell for when I am live. But I hope you guys have a good night, have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good day, whatever. And I'll see you guys in several hours with Jedi Survivor. So, see ya.